Hello! Hi everyone, Kragan here. I haven't been around. It's been a crazy past few days, but I do this when I have the time to. As you know, I have a life outside this, but we're not going to get into me. We're going to get into the topic that you saw in the description. Get out of here, you son of a bitch! Cats. The subject that I want to talk about is going to be Uncharted 3. How weird, I know, that I would talk about something like Uncharted 3 on my channel. But I saw something on the forums, and I don't have the patience to actually log into the forums and tell these people that they're cockheads, and I'm probably on so many warnings on the Naughty Dog forums that if I post again, it's going to lead to a ban. So I'm going to save that last strike for something really good, like in case they change the damage levels. I'm planning ahead. Here's the thing. They updated the game today. You get a facility, which is now iced over, and then they also changed some of the bullshit that had to deal with blind firing, and they added stopping power to all the guns besides the Cal 7. Now, the first thing I want to say is in regards to Cal 7 users, which I hope we see a lot less of now that they made these changes. But if you use a Cal 7, I'm going to say this with as much respect as I possibly can, I promise you. If you use a Cal 7, if that's you and you're thinking, yeah, alright, Kragan's talking to me. If that's your main thing, if you're the type of person who just runs around the map and holds R1 and presses square, if that's your game style, then okay, it's your game style. But personally, in my heart, what I hope for you is that you find something sharp. Preferably an old rusty lawnmower blade with rust. It has to have rust, because if the fucking blood pouring out of you doesn't kill you, then hopefully the tetanus will. But I want you to take that lawnmower blade and don't go across the street. I want you to go up the road. I want you to actually slice your arm. And then I want you to take a scalding hot bath and sit in that bath until things start looking really weird. And then I'll have satisfaction, because I think you're fucking scum. Absolute dog shit. Fuck you. If that's you, eat a dick, fuckhead. That's just my own frustration being taken out. But anyways, I saw a topic on the Naughty Dog forums that I wanted to talk about. Some kid said, why do we have to have old maps? And I saw that and I just started getting angry. Imagine you're walking down the street and someone is choking a sweet old woman. A kind, sweethearted old woman in a walker. And some guy just goes up and starts fucking choking her. To me, I'd get pissed off. I'd get really pissed off. And when I saw something like that, that's the feelings are the exact same pretty much for me. Let's talk about this. You got old maps in Uncharted 3. And someone is saying, why do we have to have these old maps? Why can't we have new maps? And then there's people in there chiming in saying, oh, they didn't have enough developers. You know, they're concentrating on the single player and things like that. We're going to get into that right now. But you, Dick Weasel McGee, let's start with you. The reason why we're having these old maps, first and foremost, is probably because the new maps that we'll have, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty, have to deal with the story. You know, the actual, how Uncharted has a story mode. Those maps probably give away some of the story. And they don't want to give spoilers out. And maybe this is news to you, but to me it's common fucking sense. They're not going to show us maps that have to do with the story before we can play the actual story. Dickhead. And then he's whining about why do we have to have old maps. Me personally, if they took, whatever, 10 maps from Uncharted 2... and launch them. I don't know if they're going to actually launch the game with it or if it's going to be DLC. But if they actually launch the game with 10 maps, that's 10 extra maps that you get for free. And you're whining about it. You're the type of person that if you won the lottery today, you would be fucking pissed off tomorrow. I don't understand it. I love the maps. I hold Uncharted 2's maps at a standard that I don't think will ever be beat, unless it's Uncharted 3. The maps in that were so detailed and so good, I love them. It was almost as if my firstborn child. I savor and cherish those maps as much as I would a product of my semen. Maybe I'm weird, but I've done weirder things and said weirder things. But that's how I feel about it. I love the old maps. And not only are they the old maps, but they're reskinned versions of the maps. Molten Ruins, Flooded Ruins, High Rise at Night, Iced Over Facility. And they're not just, oh, okay, let's change the sun to blue. They're actually recreating and remaking all of the maps. And imagine you're the guy that's in charge. You go in early in the development, and the guy working for Naughty Dog, he says, okay, here's a good idea. Why don't we recreate all the old maps and all the old stuff that people bought so that it works in this game and launch it with it? And they say, Bartholomew Jenkins, that is a great idea. You're in charge for the next 6 months. You do that. And this guy has spent 6 months of his life recreating these maps just to make this game a little bit, have a little bit more quantity to it. And then some little dickweasel comes on and says, I'd lose it. So I have to give Naughty Dog credit for having the patience when people chime in and say stupid shit like that. Because you would hope that common sense kicks in, but as I've said many times, common sense is going down the shitter. Big time. So that's my feelings on it. I love the maps. I love them recreating it. I think that it's an amazing idea by Naughty Dog. Call of Duty did it, and they charge you $15, and they're the exact carbon copy of a previous map, and some of you went out and bought the fucking shit. And the cats, fucking Christ. If they're not fighting, they're shutting off the goddamn power. Get a hobby. Clean the dishes, you prick. Anyways, so I want to talk about that. Let me know what you think. Am I the only one here that thinks that it's amazing that they're doing what they're doing? Or can I go fuck myself on this subject? I don't know. But that's my feelings on it. Also, one thing that I forgot to mention is in regards to these people that are saying, oh, they didn't have enough developers to be really concentrating on the multiplayer. When I think the multiplayer, they have put so much fucking effort into it. But does that make sense, really, where they're not making another game? Everyone that works at Naughty Dog is working on this game, and pretty much what these people are saying is that they didn't have enough. What did they do? How does that work out? Early in the development, they have a meeting and say, okay, we made a Game of the Year. We're going to have a lot of pressure on us for this one, so what we should do is lay off half the staff. I can't even waste my breath anymore on that, you fucking imbeciles. I've vented enough. All I do is whine. But in this video, I give Naughty Dog a hell of a lot of fucking credit. Amazing developer for doing what they're doing in regards to these old maps being brought back, because they're fucking quality. And I love quality. And they're a quality developer no matter how much they drive me fucking crazy. They do a lot of things that make sense and go above and beyond other people. I'm out. I've spoke my piece. Time for you to do that in the comments. Tell me if you agree or tell me to go fuck myself. It's your call. I'm out. Let me shut this shit off. Bye, everyone.